Alright guys, so here we are with the, I believe it's the 5th video. Over here at my desk with my mini tripod and my paints and such. So hopefully I won't knock the camera over too often and you guys will be able to see me alright. In this part of the video really we're going to be painting your cover. So really freeform really, because you're going to do it, you know, with what paint you have and what kind of is going with your paper collection and everything. So you'll just be watching me paint and all of the wonderful things I do probably wrong. So disregard all those things that I might do wrong. Or I won't say wrong, I'll say like not other people do, or my own special way. Something like that. Now I did want to show you really quick, if you guys can see it on this angle, is the signatures here. Look at those. I wanted to show you the edge. If you guys should have checked yours already since it's been drying overnight. I did check mine sometime during the night, and I noticed I had like a spot up here that wasn't completely covered, so I had put more up here, and I did go ahead and lay another layer down and just let it dry. Okay, so you guys just check yours and make sure that there's nothing real loose at the top here where your threads are on both ends. Okay, and then I'll show you on the inside. You can open up your pages once it's dry and you can see where they glue together. And if you guys can peek in here, you can see like here's a spot where it didn't seep all the way down. It doesn't really bother me. And then this was really lightweight. I won't say cheap, but more inexpensive cardstock. So it did rip a bit where I pulled at it a bit. But again, it's going to be altered. I'm really not worried about it. It's glued together enough that it's all going to stay. Excuse me, I'm in here too, you can see. But it's glued together, it's not going to come apart. Alright, so just that. So just check yours out. Make sure you've got no gaps that are real evident and everything, and it's one piece. And that you can open up your pages fairly well. I don't want you to rip them. And again, it should be only, see, you can see on this one, you can see a bit, but you can see where the glue is also seeped in and it's not going to come apart. Alright, so I'll put that aside. Oh, I forgot I had these paints. Sorry, I was sidetracked. I forgot I had some Lumiere paints. I might be using those on this project as well. Alright, so what I do have is these are actually going to go on the cover, and I'm going to use these on the cover as well. I'm going to put those aside, but I did want to show those to you. And this ribbon, if you guys want to look through and get some ribbon, I'm going to be using this ribbon as a bookmark, and I'll show you how to put that in as well later, okay? And I'm going with this pink. I love pink. And then also you can see on my book, you can really see this really well, and because this book is yellow and I'm not really going to be painting it with a brown or dark or anything too dark, I found this piece right here, and it's got this daily news right here. So what I'm actually thinking of doing is I'm going to cut that and I'm going to glue that right there after I do some painting and everything. Cut that off and glue it on there. And I'm probably going to also cut this little piece here and as the decoration on the front too. But we got to get it painted first. So I will show you the paint colors I've picked out. I'm going to use this magenta color, golden. Like I said, I'm going for this red feel. My papers had some pink in it and turquoise and everything, and I don't want to cover up too much of my book, as I already told you guys, because I really liked the yellow color. My paintbrush there. I also do have a yellow just to kind of maybe add some spots in. And I'm going to maybe put a little bits of turquoise in, and I've got some white that I might be using. That or my thicker white maybe. Haven't really decided. Or I might even use my cheaper. Might do that. This white, so I don't use that one that row. It's more expensive. So again, you guys, I do nothing. I just kind of go with it. I paint. I have no real idea what I'm doing. Put me a little of the pink in here, or magenta or whatever. And the thing is, is depending on what your book looks like, you want to, if you have a darker book, you kind of can go for that vintage feel, where on my last one I did that smoky gray, black kind of combination, which was inspired by Marion on that one. So you could do a brown, you know, you can really do any color that you might feel is going to go with what your book already looks like. And my basic idea is I'm going to do my edges, and possibly leave this center open to show that yellow. And I might even leave just a little bit of yellow on the edge. You know, again, I'm just painting. I'm not real stressed about it. And again, also for these pots and pans here, the front of this book is probably going to have a few things added on to the top of it. A little water there. You see there's just a little water, have a different color in there. So I'll probably be adding, you know, a pretty good big flower piece there, or, you know, my title's also going to go there. Can put, you know, a pretty big piece there so I can cover that up and don't see it. So I'm not real worried about that either. I might actually, you know, it's probably going to get covered up with paper. I love this color though that this is looking like. I like it. And then the main thing is when you turn over to get your inside, you want to make sure you get, you guys probably can't really see that. Get this, go in about a half an inch of an inch. I mean, you can go in, it's going to cover it up with paper, but if you don't want to see that, you know, color edge there too much, especially if you're doing a darker color over your book, so it blends nice with when you get the paper over it. That makes sense. I love this color. It's really pretty. When I was younger, you know, just a few years ago, my favorite color was red. And then I kind of got older. My preteens, my teenage years, I'm pretty sure it was black. Still red, and I still love red now, but you know, and I had that phase where I wanted to paint my room black. Yes, an entire black room. I'm sure many a teens have had that phase. And then, of course, my parents didn't let me. Oh, purple. Because I did have a room before my black stage. My original room for that was a real pretty lilac lavendery color. And I still love that color. Still love all colors, really. Okay? But it used to be red. And then I got into high school, you know, with my black stage, and then it was black and, you know, really dark purple. And then college, let's see, it was probably still purple about that time. My first marriage, still purple. Somewhere between my first marriage and now, I became obsessed with pink. Now I'll go back. As a child and a younger woman, especially during my black stage, I abhorred pink. I didn't want anything pink. I didn't want a dress. You know, I was that kind of girl, I guess. I was not going for anything that was girly. So it amuses me now how much I love pink. And pink as a color actually looks pretty good with my skin tone and hair. So anyway. So basically this is going to be a very long video, apparently, about me talking about myself. I'm probably just going to continue to do some painting, you guys, and then come back and show you what I've done. Because really, I hate for you guys to watch a whole video where I'm just painting. You know, if I had put a a little bit of white in there. If I had my editing software, it might not be so bad. But I do not have any editing software yet. Now see, that white made it a little bit too pink, but that's alright. I'm also going to be using some ink as well around my edges. I've got this sepia that I'm going to be using. So, kind of liking that. No, that's a little whiter, pink, different pink color. On that yellow, it looks, you know, orangey. Still good, still good. Still like it. Not sure what if I might paint in this. I might do a light brush here. I might come back with some yellow right there. Over those spots. So you guys can see I just painted until I may be happy with it. And that's what you guys need to do. You know, if you're going for that smoky color, like I was saying, I'm trying to think of what I used. I used black and an antique-y white. Not white, but you know, like a vintagey antique-y white. So you guys could definitely do the same. Because I do somewhere want to throw in some aqua here. Again, you know, you can't really mess it up. You can always cover it up. You can always paint over it again. You can see now, even though I said, oh, I don't want to cover up that yellow, I've pretty much covered up a lot of it. But you can still, I can still tell that it used to be yellow, you know, because we started with that light color. See how many minutes I'm at? See, I'm already at 13 minutes, and I haven't really done anything but paint. I mean, which is good. Painting is good, but, you know, I don't feel that I've really done anything that's superbly wonderful. That, I'm liking that little texture there. And up there, just my little baby wipe, you guys. I'm not even going to see that anyway. I'm going to cover that up with that piece of paper. Alright, I really don't want to bore you guys, and I can't see myself putting a 20-minute video of me talking up there. So what we're going to do is, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish painting. You guys paint away. Distress your edges. Now what you can do is, if you want, if your book is darker, or you're painting with like a black or a smoky gray, you can use some white paint, or not white, don't use white, it's a little stark. Use the vintage color you might use, and just paint little bits, and then take your ink and rub over it, you know, because it's going to show up that ink color. I do recommend using the archival ink or Stays On. You can use some Tim Holtz or any other kind of ink, but what you want to do is put a layer of, well, I have decoupage, so that's what I use is decoupage, but you could use, I think Claudine Helmuth, what Marion uses is she uses a Claudine Helmuth base, but I don't know the name of it, I don't know it, I just know I always use my decoupage because it's what I have. But I do plan on buying and trying that Claudine Helmuth type that Marion recommends, because it seems to be pretty good as well. So I will see you guys back, and you will see the finished painted part, maybe with the little papers added on, and then I might do a quick, like I say quick, and we're already at, what, 15 minutes? Video where I glue on my little bits and bobs, okay? So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.